Johnny, so you're placing the first one?
Clean the back of the board. This sticky stuff is very good. It usually works quite well. If you have a little like rubbing alcohol or acetone, you can do just a quick, it'll evaporate, but we don't have that. So we just get it clean, stick it on. If you have boards though, when these things come up, rubber cement works really well. You can like get Ace or True Value on that corner. What I usually do is I got a corner peeling up, both sides, let it dry, and then tack it back down. Works pretty good. So if you screw up, you can use a hairdryer and heat it up and bring it right back up and then stick it back down. It's not a Picasso. You get it lined up as good as possible, but this one's pretty straightforward on the back. We got these holes here for foot straps. Start with that one and then move forward. You got these nice little foot strap holes, and there's more. So this pad's gonna cover up some of the holes. I'm gonna put it back here flush, so I have these two here. So a foot strap from here to here should go. If it doesn't, you can like kind of push through with a pin, figure out where it is, and then just kind of carve it out with like a razor blade. Back foot straps usually going to be from this hole to here. I think it's enough room for most foot straps. 2 more holes are under the pad. There it is.
Woo! Look at that. That is ready. So it has the front pads. The thinking there is that it gives you a little bit of leverage for your front foot for pumping. And then the back pad, it has a hump.
I'm curious to see how this thing works. I think it's gonna work great. FreedomFoilBoards Whip toe board. So yeah, unless you weigh, 40, 50 pounds, you're gonna have trouble paddling this in the ocean. You won't feel much board. There's very little swing weight. Should pump like a dream. Probably pretty stiff. So we'll see how it works in comparison to our other vehicles. Less volume there.
Yeah, so Johnny, can you pick that up real quick and just put it back down? So we're putting the Freedom Foil whip on top of the Armstrong SKT 311. They're similar in size. The whip is 3.7 versus 3.11. A little bit thinner profile.
Thinner profile.
And narrower. Johnny!
Yeah?
Welcome to the hunting grounds! Arrgh! Ah! This is where we search for boats and see if we can find a way. Let's do it. Fire the target. We are proceeding towards said target. Now, given that our boats were winterized, we took to the jet ski and towed into basically every boat that we could see going by. Here you see John coming into a heel side on the whip, just enjoying it. And then here, we caught up with a surf boat, hopped on the back for a little heel side, a couple wave transfers to see how well this board responds. And anytime that we're out here borrowing a wave, stealing a wave, pirating a wave from somebody, we're super careful and respectful to make sure that we don't disrupt their ride or put them in an unsafe position. In this case, these guys are having a great time, welcoming us onto their wave, taking a couple drinks while they're back there. We are on a different boat. We're looking at maybe 10 waves back, could be 12. Who knows how to count at this point? And really what we're doing here is testing, does the stiffness of the board provide a level of responsiveness for when we're on the wave so that the foil underneath will perform the way that we want it to. And you can see here with slight pumps, the Freedom Foil Board Whip is stiff enough so that the pumps that we do transfer into acceleration across the wake. And really we're looking at how can we get a variety of different waves to make sure that we get a good read on it. And then also a couple different styles. So you can see there I did a wave transfer from 3 to 4. As you get further back there, the wave, it's a little bit more distance to pump, and so it gives you a good idea of what the transfer is of power as you go through it. The nice thing about the whip, as we mentioned in the board setup, is that it's a small board, so there's not a lot of swing weight. So you can see here, I'm able to do a couple snaps as I'm turning, and it just kind of feels natural to pull that board over. This is going to be a board that feels pretty good underfoot, for the intermediate rider, somebody who knows how to ride the foil, wants to have something that just feels a little bit more, you know, loose, but at the same time has that stiffness so that you get good power transfer. This boat here has next to no wave, and we're just hanging back, and of course, you know, we're having a good time out there. Yeah, baby! Okay, slightly ridiculous, but remember, it was really cold and the water was cold too. So laying out a yell like that, you know, helps. Here you have John and I. John's on heel side, I'm on toe side. And you'll see like the pumping that John gets here is he does a heel side, what we call a fish ladder wave transfer, back from the first through the third wave. He gets plenty of power. You can see there on the right as I continue to turn. Just enjoying how small the board is, but also having all the power. So first wave, second wave, see us on 10th, 12th. See John come on into the third wave there with that wave transfer. This board really performs well. Johnny,
Tim,
I gotta tell you, this board is the bomb, baby. I gotta tell you, I was a little bit suspect about the pads. You know, in terms of this hump here, obviously wanted to kick. The nose, this I was a little bit suspect of, but I gotta tell you what, I like it.
I do too, Tim.
I like it a lot.
The verdict. This. 2 humps helps you pump.
The humps.
I used to think that they were 2 humps for chumps, but they're 2 humps for guys that like to pump. That's what
We are guys who like to pump, and these 2 humps are all about the pump. Ah! But no, seriously, this board, unbelievable. It pumps really, really well. I like the narrow tail. Johnny, we got a bogey. I like the narrow tail. It actually gives you a lot of liveliness, and then when you're pumping, you move that back foot in front of this hump, and then you can put a little toe pressure against this hump up here, and I gotta tell you, it works really well.
It works great, but hey, what are these guys doing? Are they surfing? If they start surfing,
We're gonna get that thing. Look at that.
Go get it. They look like they're ready to surf.
They do. Little jet ski towing, Johnny. Pirate waves all day, every way. Let's get them, let's go. The one last thing that we wanted to add in addition to, you know, enjoying the humps, is we actually, on this decking, will probably move this back hump up a little bit and leave about an inch between this pad and this pad, just to give us a little bit different balance, but we really enjoyed it. Probably most importantly is we figured out where to put the mast. And so originally we had slid this mast too far forward in the board. Now we have it pretty much at the back. Any other last words about the whip?
Yeah, great board, super light, really good for pumping. I think positioning of the mast, if you're on these short boards, you want it back in the box just because it works out. You're right, we had it forward. I like the whip. I like humps and bumps and lumps. I mean, you know, if I really think about it, I think like there's a dance called the whip. There's, you know,
the nay-nay, the whip, the nay-nay.
But yeah, you feel real funky when you're riding this thing. So I encourage you to get out there and explore your funky side.
That's the whip. Hope you enjoyed this video. Check out any other reviews you want. Leave a question if you want, and if you're in the Seattle area and you want to go ahead and demo this board, just drop us a note. We'll get you out on the water. Thanks so much. Please subscribe to this video, follow us on Instagram, and come back for the rest of the foil season that is basically starting. But it's a little cold today. 43 degrees and we're hitting the water.
There you go. Woo!